Yeah, I think from this perspective of looking at the city as a ecosystem where you have many flows entering and leaving the city, I think Toronto has there's a big challenge still, that there's like many materials and resources are imported, used, consumed once and then exported again. And I think you can strengthen your local community and local businesses by actually using the hidden potential in the flows that you already have within your city. So that's something that we're closely looking at. So we're, I think, more than others maybe looking as well at industries that are available in a city, because they have generally a lot of waste flows that are underused and neglected, and actually a city could actually profit very much from studying them, adding new types of entrepreneurs, making new business out of the waste flows occurring. And that does not just support the money flows, but it also locally supports neighborhoods, because people kind of get more connected to the activity that's taking place. That's what you see a lot, that I mean, in every city, and is that industry is somehow separated from the other functions in the city. So you get kind of monocultural cities where there's no real exchange taking place anymore, and you need these different functions to create an ecosystem to be able to profit from each other. I think actually in Toronto there's still some activity, really like industrial activity, at the heart of the city, or at least at the waterfront, still taking place, that I think is worth looking at, how instead of seeing that as a barrier for development, seeing it as a generator for new development. So when you're looking at flows, I mean, I know designers that have been looking at these kind of designers that have been looking at these kind of flows in order to make autarkic environments, and that's not so much what we're aiming at, because each region or city has its own strengths, and it makes sense to optimally use what you have available. But if you would completely readapt your city to support everything from within the city, then you're making just a similar grand plan as a traditional plan. So we don't think that would be sustainable as well. So you have to look at what are your strengths and what is available, and look for different partners to collaborate with. And this can be within the city, different neighborhoods, but also cities next to each other, exchanging, and still you will have a global economy operating next to it. But the only thing is that in the past 100 years the distances have been growing, and actually this whole development has been going in just one direction, making these distances bigger and bigger, and we think that at the same time you need to grow your local community as well, and they can both support each other and have profit from each other. And the good thing is that it makes a much more resilient city, and you're not dependent anymore just on one partner from the other side of the world, but when that one fails, you can actually start to connect to maybe a local partner that might provide you with the same service. But also money is a very important flow in this. I mean, you could make a metabolist analysis of the flow of money as well. I mean, what does it mean when something has a profit for the city? Does it mean that really the city over the longer term is going to profit from it, that local community gets jobs from it, or is it spent somewhere else? And I think just next to visualizing, that's what we do often, is to visualize how these flows run over time, where money flows end up, and how you can actually make them more effective in the local community. Yeah, you could do that next to like the energetic the energetic and the water improvements that you are making in the flows in the future. And you can make a balance between the different types of flows running, and yeah, you always have to make choices you always have to make choices between which of the flows has a preference over the other.